Generally speaking, I'm a fan of Steve Jackson games. They're beer and pretzel games. They're dice chucking games. And Gelatinous is no different, right? What's really cool about Gelatinous is 35 of these gorgeous six-sided dice. How cool are these? Glittered. How cool are these? Okay. How do you play? It's for 3 to 5 players. I suppose you could play with 2, but I'm going to be shooting a video of another Steve Jackson game that's great with 2 players, but or more, 2 or more. But anyway, here it's 3 to 5 players. You get 7 dice each. What you need to do here is create a 2x2 cube, okay? But you can only do so when you roll a 3, okay? So you're going to build it by rolling 3s. Every time you roll a 3, you're going to start building your cube. You pass, every 1 you pass to the left, every 6 you pass to your right, okay? So let's do a little sample game. It comes with these beer mats, which I think are cool. You can play with more players. So I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do a 3-player game. How about that? 7 dice each. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. We'll put these aside. These dice are so cool. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, 2. Okay. So player number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's do this. Let me show you how this is played. So every 3, you start stacking. So player number 1 here is already almost done with the base. But they rolled 2 1s. These go to the left. The 6 goes to the right. So they're left with 1 die. But, you know, maybe by the time the turn comes around, they'll get more dice. You'll see how that goes. All right. So 3s get stacked. I like these little beer mats. I think they're cool. So player 2 here also got 3. 6s go to the right, which would be player number 1, and the 1 goes to the left, which would be player number 3. So now player number 3 starts with these. They begin stacking as well, but they only got 2. Wow, 3s. Wow, they're going to lose 5 dice. So from that player's perspective, right, if that player's sitting there looking at me behind the camera, that is the left. So the 1s go to the left, the 6s go to the right. So they keep 2 dice. Player number 1 has 4 dice. They get to stack 1 more, so they're done with the base of their 2x2 cube. The 6 goes to the right. Player number 2. They do get a 3, so they got the base done. The 6 goes to the right, which is player number 1. There's no 1s or anything else here. So player number 3 only has 3 dice. And they did not roll anything that requires any action. So here's player number 1. Oof, 2 1s, which go to the left, so now they have 1 die left. Player number 2 is in good position here. It's all about how good you are at rolling dice, right? Rolled 1 3, so he's already on the 2nd level of his cube. He is going to lose these 2 6s, which are going to go to the right. Oops, sorry about that. Ooh, 2 3s, look at that. So player number 3 managed to finish their base, but they lose that die, which goes to the left, which is player number 1. Well, everybody's fairly equal here at this point. No 3s. 6s go to the right. So now here's player number 2. Rolled 1 3. They're the closest. And no, they don't need to pass any dice over. Here's player number 3. This goes to the left from their perspective, right? And the 3 goes here. So they have no dice, but, you know, by the time it gets to them, they may have some dice. Let's see. Ooh! So all 3 of these go to the right. That's player number 2. This goes to the right. This goes to the left. And they keep that. So see, that's what I was saying. Player number 3 started with no dice. And now they have 4. And they're not doing bad. So let's see what happens here. They lose this. It goes to their left. So they get to keep these. Player number 1 only has 2 dice. And they pass this one on to the left. So they keep 1. Now, if player number 2 rolls 2 3s here, they win. No, they rolled 1 3. And this one gets passed to the left. It can get exciting, right? Beer and pretzel game. And then these dice are so cool. So there's a 3. The 6 goes to the right, which would be here. And player number 1 has 1 die. That's it. Nothing happens. Player number 2 has 1 die. But if he rolls a 3, he's going to win. He rolled a 5. Nothing happens. Player number 3. Oof. Very close. Player number 1 has 1 die. They rolled a 3, so they get to stack it. Player number 2 could win right here with a 3. Nope. That was a 6, which they have to pass to the right. Player number 3 can win with a 3. And they rolled a 6, they have to pass that to the right. From their perspective, it's over here. Now here's player number 1. Rolled a 1, he passed this to the left. So now player number 2 has 2 dice. If they roll 1 3 here, they win. Then they didn't. The 1 goes to the left. So player number 3 has 1 die. They rolled a 6, which goes to their right. Player number 1 has no dice, so they have to pass. Now it goes to player 2. They could win right here. Nope, roll 2 4s. Player number 3 has no dice. Player number 1 has no dice, so back to player number 2. Oh, these go to the right. Player number 3 has no dice. Back to player number 1. This goes to the left. Okay, player number 2 can win here with a 3. No, but they rolled a 6. So that goes here. Player number 3 has no dice. Pass. Player number 1 has 2 dice. So you see, in a beer and pretzel game, this can get fun. Pass. Pass. Back to player 1. They get to put that 3 there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's 1 die, and this gets passed to the right. This. Hold on a second. Did I mess something up? Each player has to have 7 dice. Right? So there's, oh yeah, 4. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't mess up. So this player has to pass to the right. So they rolled a 6, it goes over here. It just looked weird to me because there's only 1 die. So what if this guy gets it? Then it must be a tie, right? Everybody ties the game. You have to play another round. So everybody, that player has to pass. It goes to player number 1 who rolls a 4. Everybody passes. Player number 1. Everybody passes. Player number 1 rolls a 3. And I guess it is a tie, because each player has 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. So in this case, which is rare, which is very rare, there's a tie. I'd say let's do a tiebreaker, and each player, let's see, maybe rolls 1 die. Okay? So Each player gets a chance to roll one die. Let's see what happens. He rolled a 5, nothing happens. Rolled a 6, player number 1. Rolls a 4. They keep rolling until somebody rolls a 3 and wins. I guess this is a rule I'm making up. And there's the 3. So maybe you do a full round, you let the other players have a chance. No, the round would end there, right? Because we started with number 1. Anyway, you get an idea. Like I said, what's really cool about this is all these glittery, beautiful, gelatinous, sparkled 6-sided dice. There you have it. Steve Jackson Games, Gelatinous.